Hey, Dave Knight here at 123daytrade.com. Thanks for watching. Thank you for being here. 30-minute day trading. That's what I'm putting together right now. All right, so we're looking at the crude oil futures market. The time, my time is 2 to 2:30, or 1 to 1:30 Central Time, Chicago time. I've already done my preliminary work. I know that the stop loss is set for 43 ticks, and the 3P target is 157. And that's due to my spreadsheet. But there you go, there's your stop and your target. The 1.5p target, once we're in, we're looking at 79 ticks today, which if you translate that out, times it by 10, that's your dollar amount, so 790 if we can get it. 43 would mean a $430 loss per contract um, if you would take a full loss on that. And the 157, obviously, you get 1570 if it would actually run all that. Which, it happens, but you're trying to take your profits well before then, or you got your trailing stop, or just kind of run out of time as it relates to the 230 mark. So that's where we are right now. A lot of times I like to print off my spreadsheet. So this is the spreadsheet that I use, and I just print it off. I like to have the highs and lows on it when I get ready to start, to know how far the market has went during the day. So 91.63 is our low right now. 95.01 is the high. So if I plug that into the spreadsheet here, it lets me know how far the market could have went up on a 12p session, how far the market could have went down on a 12p session. Where is 6p located? We know that it went to 95.01 today, so it went in between 6 and 7. And so that means it's went up about $3 overall during the session. And how far has it went up from where we are now, from 95.01 to 93, whatever it is right now, 55? Let's see here. So we were at went up about 6, went down about 3. Is there any opportunity here today? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. It's actually making a move early right now. One of the things I want to look at right this second is that we have perhaps an opportunity for the retracement's already kind of happened at this point, looks like. We pull in the retracement from yesterday. Notice that we're right at that 50% mark and closing in on the pivot point. So there might be an opportunity to go from here down to pivot. It might go back up. The other side of that would be the extension side of the trade, right? So let's see here. Let's use, we'll go up here and just see what it looks like. So extension can bring it up to 50%, it would be 95.42 perhaps. So looking at both sides right now, you could see that maybe we get back down here to the pivot point, or maybe we go up here. So it could possibly move this direction maybe if we got some move, or go this way if we have some strength one side or the other. Alright, so the trick is trying to find the right spot to get in, right? We notice that we have some volume play here. And where are we trading in relation to the market? We're between pivot point and the R1 mark, right? And if we unleash the chart, see how far we got close to the pivot. So we got about 32 to 64. And how close have we been to pivot? That's when were we at pivot last, I guess is the better question. We were at pivot at about 359, looks like yesterday. You can see our trend lines on the charts from yesterday. Wait, is that yesterday or is that? Nope, that was today. That was today. So we made it to the pivot point. First time it looks like we made it about 157, down 359, and we haven't looked back since then. Time related, we're about 5 minutes in. Looking at MACD and Williams percent R, we're kind of in that middle area, coming off the lows on the MACD, coming off the lows on the Williams percent R. Volume spike kind of offsets each other, but it's a little bit stronger on the buy side right now. We want to look at one more thing. We want to look at how many reds versus blue. We see a few reds right in here, a couple blues, a high blue one way back here at 9:30 in the morning. Looking around the 8 o'clock mark, we see, I think we had the inventory report come out today too, right? Inventory report would have come out at, that would be the inventory number coming right there at the 9:30 mark. So that'll be good to know. If we put the trend line on here, this will give us a good indication of where the market found value earlier in the session. And you can see that's where we're trading right now, right on the pivot point. We were right on the, right on the inventory number. If we look at the trend, smush this together a little bit. You can kind of see where that top is. That's not what I wanted to do with that, but that's roughly right in there. Kind of closer to where the market is. That's actually a good point to sell right here, right where we're at. $43 ticks is a lot of. Remember yesterday we was able to get a 130 tick win, so I would probably limit myself to only 2 contracts today and try to stay under the $1,000 loss overall. Target related, I'm looking for a push back towards the pivot point. We've got 3 points of contact here on off of that last push. And that's good enough for me to get to even here now. It's going to be an easy day today. So there's a lot of days I'll just take out 3 ticks and be done on the day if it moves against me, and just go for the next day. Some days you only make 30, 50 bucks. What we did is we figured out what the market wanted to do. We took some time to look at it. We looked at the inventory number. We looked at the trend lines. We looked at where MACD and Williams percent R is. We looked at for a good reversal spot to take on. I'm going to get it 5, by the way, now. All right, so what I want to do is put in right here is 9403. So I want to know where 3P is off of 9403, which puts it at 9245 right now. Call it 47. So that's the target. 9403 and a 1.5P is 9324 right now. So that's kind of where we're looking to see if the market can fall. Minimally speaking, I like to see it get down to here, and I will definitely cover around the pivot point. If we can make that run between here and pivot, I'll be more than happy to take it off at, say, what was that, 9264. 2P target's 9298. And of course, there's your 3P down here. 2.5 might be where we'll go to today. Which would be another, what, 131 ticks. About 9272. I like that. That sounds like a good area to go after. 9272. It's right where I like that market right now. So there's our targets. We got our targets on this session right now. I want to spread the chart out. We went minimally. I want to see it a little bit better now, since we can try to get it to where there's where I like to see it at, right there. All right, so what do we got? We got 400 ticks, $400, 40 ticks right now. We want to lock in. I like to lock in 11, 12 right now. Looking at this line right there, looking at the break line. Remember, this level right here is 1.5P, 2, 2.5, 3. All right, let's go ahead and get 20 now. We want 20 on, we got 500 on the table right now. I want at minimum 20. All right, I want 25. Made 1.5P, by the way, just right there. towards the end of the session day, let's see here, we're at 15 after. We want to trail about, this is rough here. 1/3 is 10, 15 ticks is a good trailing. $24 would be 1p, 1.5p, by the way. We definitely made it. All right, let's go 5 ticks off of that now, which would put it at 51. Okay, I want to move to the pivot point close to it. I'm looking at that 72 mark right now. Nice, easy trading day right now. Okay, I want to be right on top of the 51. We'll go 53 now. Excuse me, 51 was before. We'll go 49. All right, 420. Not bad for one contract trading. Definitely don't want to. We're actually early to the party, early to the window. Brings our count total after 2 days of trading to 51,728. Need 53,000 on 10 day or 5 days at this level. We are basically, how far away are we right now? We're 1,200, 1,300 bucks away. And reason I didn't trade 2 contracts at that level, volatility in the market right now. 43. We talked about that 30 mark. If you listen to anything I've said before, the 3.0 in the, let's bring the spreadsheet over and I'll talk a little bit further about it. Once you get over 3.0 on your ADR, it gets very difficult to market. As you can see, it's a double-edged sword. Yeah, I won 42 ticks. I was willing to risk at the initial entry 43, but I moved quickly in my favor once it moved my way. Was I willing to take the 43 tick loss? Yeah. How many off? But if I would have added that second contract, all of a sudden I got 86 ticks against 43. As most likely I would have taken one off, and then the other one would have got a little less of a better. So it makes more sense as you increase in volatility to decrease in contract size. Not a bad 30-minute trading, right? 30-minute day trading. So this is the a lot of my money's made in the last. This is just, it's been very very good. The crude oil market's been very, very good in the last 30 minutes of the trading session. For the most part, since I've been day trading, with maybe the exceptions of Mondays and Fridays. The mid part of the week is to find that overall trend or counter trend and take advantage of it for a little bit of a run. Some days you're only going to walk away with 3 or 5 ticks though, so you got to be willing to walk away, because there's going to be days that the market will move your way and then it'll go your way like today and then it'll shoot back up. So I mean, where we were thinking that it could go 1.5p, it could have went down a little bit and then shot right back up and went to, who knows, maybe go over up close to R2. We didn't even look at where R2 was in the trading session, but I knew it was close. Comparatively speaking, I knew R1 was close comparatively speaking. I mean R2, R1 I knew that we were trading between R1 and the pivot point, and I also know that when in doubt, the market likes to trade towards the pivot. So that's what we took advantage of, try to get close to the pivot. It got down here. It doesn't mean it won't reach the pivot. It might take all the way down to the pivot point. It might go all the way back up to R1 for the last part of the day, but who knows? So what I want to do here is pause this video, and I will be back at the 2:30 mark, and we'll see how the market finished up, okay? Be back in about, when it'll be like this, click, click, and here I am again. And in reality, it's going to take about 10 minutes to get to that point. So see you real quick on the video. Me personally, I'll be back in 10. All right, hey, I'm back. This is like magic. I'm back. Oh, I wanted to show you this. You guys know that I keep track of the journals, right? Some things never change, right? It took me a while to get through this journal because I took some time away from trading. But this was volume number 30. Let me get that over there. And it took me a while to see here. Volume, for instance, volume 29, the one in front of that one, I started that one. This is a typical volume for me. I started that one on September 3rd, 2019, and I finished it up on what day is that? 29th of what day? May 29th of 2020. All right, so that's less than a year. Usually it takes me less than a year to get through a journal. So this one here will be number 31 once I get going. So tomorrow when I open this up, and actually when I get it going tomorrow, that'll be I guess the 17th of February 2022. Incredible. And this one, this journal 30, started on May 30th, 2020, and obviously today, it was a long time. There was a period of time I didn't really do anything once I was trading, or excuse me, working at the casino. I took a lot of time away. I didn't really get involved back into, let's see here, where's the one statement? Let's go 29, October 29th. August 31st, September, June, August, looks like I went from, took some more time off though too. I remember taking, so November 9th, 2020, and I posted December 16th, 2020, and then I didn't have another entry until June 14th, 2021. So there's a 6-month break that I took. Let's go back and look at June 9th. It says, so it says June 9th. I've been working at Live Casino Pittsburgh since November 2020. I took the class Blackjack and Craps. These are the table games I own. The day before that, let's read to see the day that I quit. So it'd be, looks like Wednesday, the 18th of November 2020. December 16th, take 1K withdrawal from TopStep, get paid for my time. So I took $1,000 withdrawal December 16th, and then I stopped trading altogether from that to the June 9th mark. And then I made a little note that I was going to take the June 9th, 2021. Anyway, go back and look back at your history. Like that's the good thing of a journal, right? The journal doesn't lie, at least unless you lie to it yourself. The journal doesn't lie. So 29, 30, don't know if I've shown you guys this for a while. But, whoops, there. I don't know if you all can see it. Let me just look see where the camera's showing right now. So that's inside there is all the black journals. That I've collected over the years. I just finished another one. Now I've got maybe my best idea that I've come up with, and I'm calling it 30-day day trading. 30-minute day trading. I like to print off my spreadsheet. I need more color ink. I have it. I just decided I don't usually replace the ink until I lose all of it off the screen, off the spreadsheet itself. Then I replace it after that. I mean, I'm the only one looking at this anyway for the most part, and unless you run out of black ink, it really doesn't matter, does it? So we're looking at the market. You see it settled in right there at those levels. What level is that? Did it settle at? Don't you remember? You remember at the beginning of our trading session we talked about it? There's your inventory number, right? Settle back into the inventory numbers. When in doubt, the market tries to find a spot to settle in. The biggest unknown we got going on right now is the Russia-Ukraine and how America's going to handle it if Russia decides to invade. Obviously, that'll tank all the markets for a while, and then probably once they figure out the odds and ends of what we're doing, the market will, I don't know. God only knows what will happen at that point. Let's not prejudge and figure that out, because that's why I like to be a day trader a lot with some of the money. Be able to walk away when you're done on the day. Some good about that. I mean, I still have my Robinhood account and Acorns and my cryptos and whatnot, and waiting for Shiba to go to a penny, right? If and buts were candy and nuts, right? So, hey, market did what it did. Look at the overall market. We saw what it did. It decided we caught this move from here. Looks like we got in it at 108, and we were exiting right here. Get my line draw out. We exited trade right there at 116, almost 117. So, and we entered. So get the line draw tool. We entered right here. Back looking at 3 points of contact and down. And I was looking for the market to continue its downward thrust to the pivot point at that level. I was looking for the market to, it didn't. It went to 1.5p based upon right there, which is a normal, you'll see that an awful lot. The markets like to run certain profit targets based upon the highs. So this run right here was roughly what, 79, 80 ticks from the high to this low right there. Excuse me, this low right there. Recovered a little bit, went down a little bit lower, and then it made its move. I like to call this a swinging gate sometimes. Usually swinging gate goes the other way though. It goes like this. And what you'll see on the other side is you'll see something like that. But this doesn't go higher than this. And the swinging gate comes back into the market and runs it back down. This is not really the swinging gate, but it's something to think about when you're looking at the market and you reverse that around. So what could it do? It could go back this direction. The exact opposite, swinging gate going the other way, I guess, is what I would think of it. So we're taking a little advantage of what the market was telling us at this point, and now most likely, I don't know, do we run the 95 next? Possibly. And higher? Go retest. At some point, is the market going to go up there and test the 100 mark? It's pretty close not to, right? $100 a barrel crude oil. it's pretty close to getting there, right? So if we go back and look at, pull this chart over and go back to our dailies, I mean, we're closing in on it, right? There's your high mark right there. And we'll be switching contracts, I guess, this week some point. So the high of this market was 95.82 right now. So will it get back to $1? Will it go there or will it not? I don't know. Nobody knows. Well, nobody, I'm sure people do know. Me personally, no clue. Take what the market gives you, move on to the next trading day. That's what I like to do. That's 30 minutes of talking. We made it 30 minutes of talking and was at about less than 7 minutes of trading. 7 minutes of action for $420 to get closer to step 2. Dave Knight here from 123 Day Trading. Thank you for watching today. Thank you for being here. Looking at my next course or goal or whatever I want to call this. I'm calling it 30-minute day trading. We'll talk to you in a little bit. Bye for now.